do we want to shoot for guests before the podcast ends?
Yeah, for sure.
We go with a banger. I'm down for going.
Who do we
with a
want?
banger. Who we got?
I mean, I can get anybody. Whatever you want to do.
We shooting for like the how many episodes we got?
We can do the twins. We can do somebody else of like, you know.
Yeah, we can get the twins.
Yo, hit up Tim Tatman. Like,
hey guy, you want to do this? No, Nick.
I don't think he would say that. But
no, he would. He would. This is.
He definitely has.
Imagine.
Yeah, that'd be OD.
Hey, yo, yeah, imagine. Hey, yo, dude, you know what I'm saying? Big fan of your work. Yeah. No. What?
It's crazy. You know what? I remember I used to watch him so heavy when I was younger. And I was so mesmerized. And then when I went to TwitchCon, I was so bummed out. I was so depressed because I could not meet him.
Dude,
I was about to say, I thought you had a bad experience.
You know what sucks about that, though, dude?
No, he's really sweet.
You know what sucks? Because I remember at one of these PAX Souths, I remember it was when, this was like the first time I met Corey. Because him and Sheena were like really good friends, surprisingly enough, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember Sheena was like, yo, what's good, Corey, yada, yada. And Corey just was with his friend, but he had like an army of niggas following him, and I'm just like,
mm-hmm.
Who is this nigga?
That's gotta be so. That
like
with Miz.
Like it's cool to like, you know, it's cool to like, you know, see the fans and shit, but like I never, and I feel like you don't have a choice, right? Where it's like, I never want to be that guy and be like, you know, hey, can I like enjoy the thing? You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see you, but it's like,
I'm gonna be that guy.
Can I enjoy it like this for a little bit?
Guy,
you know,
bro. I'm like,
that's why you're not that guy right now.
You're not that guy,
because
pal.
You're
Shut the
gonna be
fuck
that
up.
guy.
Listen, because no, dead ass. Think about it, right? Like if I go out to an event, like a con or whatever, there are multiple opportunities for a large crowd of people to interact with me. If I'm like, let's just say all four of us are kicking it, right? And you know, we have we got a panel scheduled at 3 p.m. It's 11 a.m. or whatever. We going to get lunch. We chilling. We kicking it, doing whatever, enjoying ourselves for the day. If we got 57,000 niggas following us and none of you speak up, I'm about to, hey, yo, y'all got to get the fuck back. Like, we will see y'all at 3 p.m., whatever. Or if you guys want to come to the meet and greet for X, Y, and Z, we can host that at so-and-so time. I'll post it on Twitter, Discord, whatever. But, like, y'all can't follow me around for the next 4 hours because it's weird, you know? Because that's when you get those people that include themselves into whatever the fuck we have going on. Yeah. So if we go to lunch and we go out to eat at, like, some fancy, you know, hibachi grill, right? All right, cool. We need a table for 4. We walk in, we do our thing. They follow right behind. We need a table for 57 right next to them. And now they've included themselves into our party. So now we have to entertain them. I would have been like, yo,
can we also get the blind add-on? So I just slide the shade. And then put us in the room with like the soundproof. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're going to eat our hibachi in here.
But that's just that's just what you have to be wary of. And it's not like me being a dick for the sake of being a dick or anything. But in those instances, like if it's like 3 or 4 people or whatever, I'm cool with that. To be completely honest, because I've been that person in those situations where you just kind of like tag along, you know, or they subtly invite you somewhere.
I never understood that. Like, okay, me personally, unless you say, yeah, yo, you got anything going on? And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah, you want to come through?
That's why I fucking love Bronze. That's exactly why I love Bronze, bro. She was so goddamn nice. Like, hands down, Bronze is probably Bronze is the best.
Bronze is really nice.
Like streamer that I've ever that Bronze girl.
That Bronze girl.
The best.
She just likes to have fun, but then again, she also just likes to, you know, see everybody have a great time.
Mm-hmm. So. But it was a different experience for me because, like for instance, when I met Etika, right? I was a huge fanboy, but I didn't want to walk up to him. Pat's the one that introduced us because I didn't want to be that guy. I wasn't like, I'm not going to go bother him while he's doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
You gotta stop being scared.
Well, obviously I wasn't.
Like, if first of all, walking up to Etika, I'm telling you, they will not be on the floor. If they don't want to be on the floor, they do not be on the floor.
I feel you, and I learned that then. Because he made sure to let me know that, like, yo, if I didn't want to be bothered, I would not be out here.
I would not be out here.
So he made sure to let me know that. Walking up to that nigga was an entirely different story because that nigga tall as fuck. All right, so like it was
that nigga is intimidating. He was intimidating.
My man was JoJo bodied up with the flat top. He had the cross belts that he always wears.
So you saying he had the body of
no,
LTG,
Etika was fucking
and
like,
then
yes.
Okay, that's
height and everything, bro. The only difference was skin
him?
color. This was
because there was a time when he was going to the gym.
No, this was definitely when he was in it. This is around the same year that the anonymous like impossible Polnareff JoJo pose, where you're like leaning on the. He was. It was that same year.
He was built. Jesus, that nigga was.
So I'm like, this nigga's here, and he was still able to go out and drink and do whatever the fuck he wanted. I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it.
Healthy.
Yeah, but like meeting him was great, but he invited us to his like party thing, and I'm like, yo, cool. Meeting Bronze was a whole different thing because like I met her and I was gonna like, hey, so and so, yada yada, I'm this person in your stream, yada yada, bye, right? And she was like, hey, where you going? And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to bother you because it was her, it was Based, her, Neuro, and someone else. But I was like, I don't want to bother you.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I wasn't there, but I know exactly what you're talking about because something happened. Go ahead though.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I don't want to, like bug you or whatever. And so she's like, no. Like, you walked up by yourself. Like, where are your friends or whatever? And I'm like, oh, they're doing this thing. I left them to come watch your panel. And she's like, you want to go with us? And I'm like, what are y'all doing? We're just walking around, like, the venue doing this and that. And then we're going to get something to eat. And I'm like, cool. I'll walk around with you guys until you go get something to eat, whatever. And she's like, no, like, you can come with us to do that. And I'm like,
what do you mean? No, yeah. I said what I said. On top of let's go get something to eat. You want to come get something to eat? You hungry?
You got asked out on a whole... Bro, you are.
I felt like I got no, man. I felt like I got taken on like the best date of my life at that point.
You are embarrassing.
It was so wonderful.
You are embarrassed. Like you are
embarrassed.
So wonderful. How do you not do that?
Because the stream day or the couple days before she left to go to TwitchCon, we were all having this giant like interaction in the stream with the chat and herself. And there were a lot of weirdos in there who were like, "Yeah, man, when I see my favorite person, I just don't know how to act." And
is it weird to have a?
When I met Valkyrae,
is it weird to have a
I
streamer
didn't know
crush?
how to act. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was so starstruck. She was so tiny, and I was like,
"Was she shorter than you?"
No, I think she's taller than me. She's taller than me, but she's small.
Yeah, I get you.
But I was like, I don't know what to do. When I met Myth, I was like. But then again, I wasn't really intimate like everybody else. Like, had Tasha been there, she would have been like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared. I don't want to be Myth."
They're so.
I walked up to Myth. I was like, "Hey, you're Myth." Or what was it? I'm a Cutie Pie. I was like, "Hey, is that Cutie Pie? Hi." I was in the line to get one of those. It's right here. I was in line to get these like Omen cubes, and you take like a little test. Yeah, and it has like a little thing in it. It's dirty, and I gotta clean it. But
tear it up. Might have broke it.
I was like, if I saw someone and I wanted to say hi, I was going to say hi. There's outside of Ray, there was nobody else I was like, quote unquote, scared to say hi to. Meet Tim the Tabman with an exception, but I never got a chance to meet him anyways. Yeah. But I was so high one night. I was sitting there and I was like, bro, what if Tim the Tabman walk up in this party right now? It was a little house party. I was like, what if he walk up in here right now?
Did he walk in there?
No, he didn't. I was just high and stupid. But I was like, bro, be so cool.
I remember when I met Mrs. May, because we used to be on the same network or whatever, and we used to like, I actually had a podcast like when I was Empty Clips. And that's who she knew me as.
You gonna introduce yourself as
you gonna bring that back? When you bringing that back,
I had to. I was like, May? She was like,
Empty Clips?
And I was Mikey by then. But I was like, holy shit. And she's so fucking cute and short. Oh my god. Like when
my god, I know who you're talking about now. It just clicked for me. This was a girl that was in the stream room and the earthquake was happening. And her boyfriend was like, babe, are you okay? She's like, earthquake. I remember I was like, who is this? Sounds familiar. Got you.
Yeah. No, that was a great experience. And actually she did the same thing with me that Bronze did to Yoku. She was like, who you with? And then it was like, you want to hang out later? It was like, you want to get something to eat? It was like, fuck, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
it's a different kind of
cool.
You don't expect it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm going to the con and I'm like, I'm gonna just go back to finding my boys or whatever. So when, especially somebody that, like, for me, Bronze is my favorite streamer. So like for somebody that's your favorite streamer, you're like, yo, what? Like I get to hang out with her for the day or hang out with him for the day, you know? So it's little stuff like that. But you never want to come off as the weirdo that just kind of hangs around. Yeah, but that's why I say that if we were all going out and like there's 3 or 4 people that are hanging around us or whatever, because that's way more manageable. They most likely introduced themselves, and you know we would have gotten a vibe on whether like, they're cool enough for me to like talk to or whatever, like hang out and get to know. Cool, you guys can come out with us and do whatever, you know, and then that would be that. But if it's 50 something niggas, no, bro, take y'all ass back to your hotels. Go home.
There was a couple of niggas that was following like Afro
I was
around.
Afro always has people following him around, dude.
Yeah,
He
it was.
Always.
he ain't have a lot. He ain't have a lot when we were at PAX.
Yeah, no,
He had, like, the same, like,
He didn't
three
have
or
a lot
four
when it was us. When
Yeah.
you left, didn't niggas were just following.
But we
But
could
he,
really
he
be
turned
chilling.
around and he told them, he was like, yo, he was so nice about it. He was whispering and shit. He's like, hey, I'm hanging out with my friends right now. We can hang out later if you guys want.
The day that I
You know.
day that I like left early or whatever.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
I did my social battery like
It was
I don't
drained.
know what happened, but I remember like we played the Final Fantasy thing, and I was sitting there, I'm just like, I want to go. I'll talk to y'all later. It's like, Nick, where you going? I'm like, I'm gonna just dip, and I just started walking, and everybody saw me. They were like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo, I'm cool, I'm good. And then me and Wellington went back to the spot because he wanted to go to the dispensary.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit. I genuinely just was like, I hate when that happens though. Like at conventions or whatever, because you know, I go there to see my friends and have a good time and see everybody, see like, you know, subscribers and shit. But it'd be like out of nowhere, like that shit just turns off, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Mikey seen it a couple of times. I'd be sitting there like, I'd be like, yeah. and
I've done it a couple of times too. Like when we went to we was in Boston, and we went down to what the fuck was that? We went to go get some McDonald's or some shit, and it was at the train station, and it started to snow.
yeah.
And I was just like, I am not with this shit, because they wanted to
just a
wait
lot.
on a lift, and like this is Boston we talking about, and it's snowing.
and it's traffic
It's cold
and
as
shit.
shit.
Yeah, and it's like a 10-minute walk back to the
We were better off.
to the-
We were better off
yeah.
actually walking than we were
I
waiting for the
left.
truck.
I left everybody.
Mikey left in front of us. We were like, you know what? Mikey might be right. We're gonna walk. So
Right.
Mikey was like a whole block ahead of us. We were like in the back. We were hoodied up and shit.
It was cold as shit.
We
I
were
was
ready
not
though.
down
We were in
for
that
it.
bitch. I'm just like, dog, this shit is stupid.
I was not down for it. I'm never going back to Boston, by the way.
I don't blame
Because they
you.
always have, it's cold as shit when they have packs. It's always cold as shit.
It was cold.
There
when we
was
went out
only
there
one
last
time there was only one time I went to Boston and it wasn't cold, and that was in April.
Nah, the last time I went, it was like, I think during the day it wasn't so cold, but because you leave afternoon, like after 12 or whatever, it's always cold as shit.
That shit was terrible.
Then leaving at night, you guys want to go get something to eat? Yeah, bro, where we going? I don't know, we're gonna walk around. Fuck me. All right.
Speaking of PAX West happened like this week or last week, and I saw some videos of the show, and it's just so sad, bro. It's just
I don't know why they held PAX. They just shouldn't have done that.
It just looks so sad, man.
It's a waste of money. Everybody that went to PAX wasted their money.
They
I'm not
did.
saying that you probably didn't have a good time with your friends, but like that, the convention should have happened and the people going shouldn't have went.
Bro, it just makes me genuinely sad. Just how everything just looked. Like it really just looked like a convention hall. You know there's a difference between like a convention and then there's just a convention hall. It was
Yeah.
like the whole thing was just the hall. There were no like they had the like the little the setup for the what they call it, artist alley or whatever, and all the vendors and shit. And then like it didn't look like there was really any games there. It was sad. And like, bro, I would have been mad if I'd have went. And PAX West is the only PAX that I've never been to. And as a matter of fact, in recent years, it has been the best PAX, which is kind of crazy to see what it is now. Hopefully all this bullshit can be, you know, done within the next couple of years, because got to get back out to these conventions, man. Those are like really fucking fun.
We get our own trip. I know the one I did it in Atlanta was dope. It was cool to see everybody.
I'm always an advocate for not waiting on conventions to do anything, because it's way cheaper if we just go out and do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
You know. Because then instead of like that weekend, we're able to, if we have, you know, the funds, let's just take a week, you know, take a week off, do whatever we want. And that way nothing's rushed and you can enjoy a lot of things. You have those chill days to recover. And it's way better than spending, what is it, like up to $300 for the passes. We don't even go all 3 days, you know, because it's like, yo, man, we're going to go Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're just chilling. Like, why are we paying
that much for no passes?
I'm just saying, like, upwards of it. Because
I remember when the passes were like $30, dude.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's why you don't know about them upwards of 300 now. Because, like, a day pass now is, like, minimum 75. Unless you get it, like, if they announce it, it's 50, maybe.
The last PAX I went to, a 3-day pass was like 150.
Yeah, those are the prices if you buy them, like, as soon as they announce it.
I need to stop buying passes whenever I go, because whenever I go, I either end up getting VIP or media.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the strength of who I hang out with. I really need to stop buying shit. And if I don't go, I just don't go.
I just have to start applying to get them.
We got to do a trip soon. I want to say after the winter.
I'd be down for that. We can plan it out.
In the spring or some shit.
I didn't mention this, but on the 13th, I have a meeting with a psychiatrist to talk about my anxiety.
SpaghettiOs.
That's good shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited about it because, like, I definitely want to get to the root of it. But, yeah, I forgot all about that shit. We started talking about trips. I was like, damn, I have anxiety.
Not bad. We could pick something out. Nothing too... I don't know. I want to go like hiking or something, like not up a mountain, just like something outdoorsy,
like a nature trail type beat.
Yeah, like let's just go somewhere that has that option.
All I know is I'm going to Jamaica after this winter.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to Well, I'm going back to Miami first, and then I'm going to Jamaica, and then I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm gonna have fun.
What is in Oklahoma?
A few friends.
All right,
I'll say racism, but you know.
I was talking to
Few friends.
I mean,
my Hemi Wimmy. I gotta go see her.
Okay. No bad. Yeah, it can work out.